let's talk about the Sephora sale. Okay, so my friends Carly and Britta have a YouTube channel called The Garso Twins, and they recently did a video of what's on their Sephora wish list for the Sephora fall sale. We don't know exactly when it's going to be, but I've heard some whispers in the community that it's going to be around November. I totally loved watching their video, so definitely check them out if you're not subscribed. They also have a candle company called Dyad, which makes some of my all-time favorite candles. Smoke and Mirrors, gotta check that one out, so good. So thanks Carly and Britta for inspiring this video, and let's talk about what's on my wish list. Just gonna scoot on over so I can put all the lovely little images on the screen here. But just quick thing on the Sephora sale, everything I'm gonna talk about that's on my wish list is not actually gonna be what I purchase when the sale comes around. I always put a ton of shit in my cart and then I end up whittling it down when I get, when I see the price. So I don't know exactly what my budget is. I have to figure that out and look at my finances first. But I really just want to make this more of a fun video where I tell you everything that I'm lusting after right now and all of the backups that I want. And then when the sale's done, I can do a video about what I actually purchased. Item number one is something that is constantly out of stock. Like, it blows my mind that I can never get my hands on this at Sephora. It is the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow Blush in the shade Pink. It is a bright, almost lilac-based pink is what it looks like to me. It just seems like a cool toned pink. And I never would go for this kind of shade. In fact, I kind of already own one, the Hourglass Ambient Blush in Sublime Flush, and I adore that, but my friend Ashley, who has an Instagram account called Restroom Rituals, check her out. She's so funny. She like lip syncs. She does this crazy shit with her husband and makeup and everything. You gotta check her out. But she puts Rosy Glow on her cheeks constantly and she just looks healthy, hydrated, stunning, effortless. She looks so good in this blush. The second she applied it on camera, I was like, boom, adding to my wish list. It looks like it's not super sheer, but not very pigmented, so it's very user-friendly, and it's not matte. It has this subtle sheen running through it that makes it look so skin-like and a little bit luminous, but not highlightery at all. It looks like the blush of my dreams. They also have a coral shade, but pink is very much more me, and I've been looking for a really beautiful pop of pink on my cheeks because lately I'm really not reaching for cream blush anymore. I know that's gonna break some of your hearts because a lot of you actually subscribe to me because I like cream blush, but you guys know the cream powder hybrids and the powder blushes have had my heart lately. They're more user-friendly, they're easier to apply, they tend to look more natural on the skin, in my opinion. I just find that unless you have a perfectly formulated cream blush, it can just be a little bit time consuming to blend, and if you don't blend it perfectly, it looks a little patchy. So, long way of saying the number one item I'm lusting for is out of stock, but it's the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow Blush in pink. Let's talk about another item that's not released yet, but I talked to the brand and I know it's gonna be available on Sephora soon. So Pharmacy makes my all-time favorite moisturizer, which is the Honey Halo Ceramide blah 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 cream. And they just released on their website a jumbo size and a travel size. If you've ever seen the Honey Halo moisturizer, it has this like pretty bulky glass packaging and a super bulky like wooden top. It is not good for travel. I am absolutely without hesitation gonna buy the jumbo size. I'm obsessed with it. It calms my skin down. It really feels so soothing and ultra rich and nourishing. It's like the texture of like a whipped body butter meets a balm. It's just thick, it's occlusive, but it doesn't leave my skin looking like super dewy and shiny. I know that everyone wants to like look like a glazed donut at the end of the night, but I don't really like to look greasy and wet. This is the kind of moisturizer that really seals in everything underneath, and I wake up with just plump and like soft, supple skin. It has a beautiful honey scent. I'm obsessed with it. Can't get enough of it. Definitely going to add those to my cart, the travel size and the jumbo. I talked to Pharmacy and they said that that's going to be on Sephora in October, so keep an eye out. The next product is another one from Pharmacy. I've really been loving their stuff lately, and it's their new, what's it called? Clearly Clean Makeup Removing Cleansing Balm. I am obsessed with the Green Clean. I've had the green version, I've had the cherry version. In my opinion, it's actually the most effective makeup remover that I've ever tried. The reason I don't talk about it on my channel much is that my boyfriend and I like to share shower products, and he needs a cleansing balm that's fragrance free. You know me, I have sensitive skin. Sometimes I have issues with fragrance, usually not if it's like just naturally occurring, but essential oils and synthetic fragrance I don't get along with. My boyfriend though cannot do any type of active ingredients, and he can't do any type of fragrance. So I have been basically harassing pharmacy to come out with an unscented version of their famous cleansing balm, and I feel like I should take a little bit of credit because they finally released it and I'm so excited. So in addition to picking up one of the full-sized versions of their new like Clearly Clean unscented cleansing balm, they also just released a Pharmacy Garden Party Green Clean Trio. It's $42 and it's 3 of their mini sizes of the Green Clean, but instead it's in 3 new scents. Okay, just listen to the flavors of these mini cleansing balms. Strawberry basil, like hello, I want it in a cocktail. Lemon mint, likewise. Peach thyme, likewise. Oh, sounds so good. Like I've loved all of the pharmacy cleansing balms and I've never found any irritation with them. I just find that sorbet-like texture, oh, it's so effective at removing makeup and sunscreen. Okay, next we have a product I'm not sure if I'll end up buying just because the price is so ridiculous to me. It's the Tatcha Indigo Overnight Repair Serum in Cream Treatment. So most of the time I can't use Tatcha products because they use fragrance, but this one is fragrance free and essential oil free. And my friend Dev, she's Dev's Day on Instagram, she's amazing. She raves about this. She said that she woke up with the most plump, bouncy skin, and that's exactly what I look for in a moisturizer. In her texture shots on Instagram, it just looked so juicy and rich, and she said that the name like Serum and Cream Treatment seemed really accurate. I think that's what she said. It's $88 for 1.7 ounces, which like hurts my soul. The product I really enjoy testing is new moisturizers. I don't change up my antioxidant treatments and I barely change up my toners and my mists. I really like to just experiment with moisturizers, so this is something that it just really sounds like right up my alley. I'm just looking on the website and it says it has hyaluronic acid and ceramides. It's got Japanese indigo extract, which visibly soothes and restores irritated skin from redness to dry patches. Mondo grass root, which balances skin's microbiome for healthy looking radiant skin. Since it's made for people with sensitive skin in mind, I feel like I could probably blind buy this and be okay. It just looks really good. Next is a mini sized perfume. It is the Hermès Un Jardin sur le Toit. I don't know if I said that right. I'm wearing it right now. I purchased a tiny little sample of it and it's just like the most beautiful like spring summer scent. And the notes specifically, it just says it's like fresh citrus and woods and has notes of apple, pear, and magnolia. It definitely is like fruity in that crisp apple pear combination coming through, but it's balanced by the magnolia and it is a little bit woody. It's not the kind of fruity scent that's like super duper sweet. It's a really crisp one and I'm obsessed with it. So since I love this sample so much, I'm gonna pick up the 1 ounce size on the website, which is $72. Just like the Tatcha Serum Cream Treatment. This is another one I don't know if I'll buy. Honestly, like those tiny little fragrance samples I buy can last me like a whole year since I change out my fragrances all the time. So I don't know if I'm gonna end up buying this. It is $72 for 1 ounce, but it is a scent that I think is absolutely timeless. It's simple. I think I could wear it for the rest of my life. Moving along, in their line of like Un Jardin fragrances, they also have one called Un Jardin sur le Nil. Nil? It's just Nil. And I'm wearing that one on my other wrist. I also got a sample of this one and a couple others in this line, but the Le Toit and Le Nil are the ones that I love the most. So Le Nil is, again, $72 for 1 ounce, and it's earthy and woody. So this one instead is green mango, lotus blossom, incense, and sycamore wood. So it's a very similar vibe, fruity and woody, but in this one, you really get that green mango. It's just a different version of the same thing. And I honestly love them both. And actually my favorite way to wear them is to mix them. So you get the green mango, you get the apple and the pear, you get the sort of like magnolia, and you get the woods and the incense. It's just the combination is insane and I love them. Definitely fragrances that I could wear every spring and summer season. They're just very fresh. They aren't overly sweet. So if I buy one of these, I'm gonna buy the other. That's a hard one. 2 bottles that are $72. That's not usually where I spend my money, but they are mini sizes and that's how I like purchasing fragrances. So I don't know, TBD. Next up, I just ran out of one of my favorite sunscreens. It's the Paula's Choice Resist Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense SPF 30. I've used it for years. It's one of my favorite sunscreens of all time. It has a very soft, matte finish. It doesn't feel drying. It honestly is the perfect tint for my skin. I find that most sunscreens that are somewhat tinted, meaning they have iron oxides in them to add a little bit of blue light protection and to help with hyperpigmentation, almost all tinted sunscreens tend to be like bright orange. Like if you've seen my Aven sunscreen review video, you know what I'm talking about. I look like an Oompa Loompa in most tinted sunscreens. The Paula's Choice Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense is like my exact skin match. And because it's my perfect skin match, it's the only sunscreen I can really apply on top of makeup. And I find that it's the sunscreen that just looks best under makeup as well. Because it has a soft matte finish, I do have to add like a hydrating serum and a more occlusive moisturizer, just because my skin is like so dry and dehydrated right now, but it really is just the most flattering sunscreen. I've noticed that when I'm editing my videos, when I'm wearing the Paula's Choice Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense, that's when my makeup looks best on camera. All my other sunscreens that are like very dewy just end up kind of pooling like some oil here, 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 here. And that dewiness around here ends up emphasizing texture and lines, and it just really doesn't look that good on camera. So anytime I'm going to be on camera, anytime I'm like going out somewhere and seeing people, that's the sunscreen I reach for. And just so you know, if you buy that sunscreen on the Paula's Choice website, they do offer a travel size version of that, but on Sephora, you can only buy the full size. Okay, my love for the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask is well documented. I've loved the berry scent for ages. The only lip balm my boyfriend will wear is the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask in vanilla. He's obsessed with it. To me, that one's a little bit too like sweet smelling. It's a little too something. Occasionally I like it, but I much prefer the berry. But Laneige just released their like winter scents, which is ginger snap and peppermint. While I don't love ginger snap cookies just because they're like so hard and crunchy, I love that flavor. So I make a lot of ginger snap cheesecakes, ginger snap kind of like inspired things that incorporate ginger snap cookies into the desserts. Like I love doing like a trifle with like crumbled up ginger snaps at the bottom in each layer. Woo! Getting all worked up just thinking about it. But anyways, totally buying the ginger snap lip sleeping mask. I really like any type of product that like constantly releases new flavors, like the In Beauty lip glazes and stuff like that. Ugh. Okay, next, a tried and true favorite. I buy it anytime there's a sale, the Oribe Dry Texturizing Spray. I actually don't need the full size. I have 2 full-size backups right now that I got on like 30% off during the Derm Store sale. But I am going to pick up 3 of the mini dry texturizing sprays. That's the product I bring with me to use on my hair when I'm traveling. It's the best texturizing spray I've ever tried, and I try a lot. It's just so damn expensive. For the 2.2 ounce tiny one, it's like $23. And for the larger one, it's like $45, maybe $50, I forget. So I only buy them when there's a sale, but they really are my all-time favorite hair product. Next up, my favorite Aerosol Dry Shampoo. I'm about to run out of my full size of the Moroccan Oil Dry Shampoo for light tones. I love the scent of Moroccan Oil products. I feel like it was just like slightly woody, slightly ambery, slightly floral. It's like a little bit of everything. It doesn't smell overly perfumey to me. It's actually a scented hair product that I enjoy. And I find that it really is one of the only ones that doesn't leave a strong like white gray cast in my roots. So definitely picking up a full size of that one since I'm almost out. And just like the Oribe mini texturizing sprays, they also have a mini version of the Moroccan Oil Dry Shampoo, so I'm probably going to pick up like 3 of those. I really hate when I'm about to leave for a trip and I realize I don't have minis of my favorite products. I hate traveling with like full-size cans of hair products because they're so big. They take up so much space in your bag, and you can't just like go to a drugstore and pick up like Moroccan Oil or Oribe like you can picking up like my travel size like CeraVe cleanser. So I always like to stock up on my travel size products so that when a trip comes up, sometimes I have last minute trips, we just will book an Airbnb last minute and go. I want to have my products on hand. Again, my friend Ashley of Restroom Rituals sold me on this one. It's the Dr. Laura Devgan Scientific Beauty Platinum Lip Plump SPF 30. So she applied this and her lips just kind of flushed pink naturally. They looked juicy and plump. She said it wasn't like a painful plumping, but it worked. Like you can see it works. And I freaking love that they have SPF 30. You can't see right now because I'm wearing a liquid lipstick, but I have pretty intense lip freckles on my lower lip. If you watch any of my videos, you will definitely see them. It's just like a line of intense freckles. And I've now in my 30s started getting freckles up here on my upper lip, and so I'm like, you know what, I need to be way more hardcore about wearing lip products with SPF. So I thought that the Dr. Laura Devgan one would be great because it's a little plumping, it adds like a flush of color, and it has some sunscreen. The only thing is it's $50. Like, Lord knows I spend a ton of money on my Fit Glow lip serums because I know that those give me the treatment I want. They're my all-time favorite makeup item. It is what it is. I love them. But that doesn't mean I want to go out and spend $50 for a bunch of other lip products. So I think I'm going to give it a shot. It's been on my wish list for like a year, and a sale is a perfect time to try it. So I think I'll do it. Next up, an item I know I'm going to get is an item that I currently have that I'm about to run out of. It's the Shawnee Darden Skincare Intensive Eye Renewal Cream with Firming Peptides. So eye creams are tricky. I find that most of them really don't do anything differently that just my face moisturizer does. And so many eye creams that have been sent to me in PR or that I've tried contain vitamin C, and I have a sensitivity to vitamin C, especially on my under eyes. This Shawnee Darden cream is really the only one that I've actually seen make a difference under my eyes. I'm not talking about eye treatments. Like, I love my Dr. Dennis Gross, like retinol and Frulic eye serum. That's the only one I use under my eyes. But in terms of an eye cream, this one is so thick. It like doesn't even thin out and spread as you put it on. It like stays really thick. It's so good. It looks beautiful under makeup. I feel like it just helps plump my under eyes, and my issue is usually when I wake up in the morning, even if my moisturizer kind of stayed and locked everything in and it feels supple, usually my under eyes are insanely dry in the morning. But I find that with the Shawnee Darden eye cream, I really don't have that problem. I know a lot of people say just put Vaseline under your eyes and that seals the deal, but I really don't like that feeling on my skin. So instead I try to just find like the most rich occlusive products, and that tends to get the job done. So the Shawnee Darden eye cream, $68. I really wouldn't ever buy it unless there were a sale, so I'm going to get my backup then. The last item in my wish list is another fragrance. It is the Atelier Cologne Clementine California travel spray. So this was offered as a point perk when I was placing an order a few weeks ago. I tried it and it was like love at first sniff. I put it on, and before I even like had a chance to smell myself and think about it, my boyfriend smelled me and he said, I kid you not, wow, what is that? That's the only fragrance you've ever worn that actually made you smell the way I imagine you smelling. He was like, this smells like Kate. It was really sweet. It was really sweet that he said that. But it was really unexpected. It was so interesting that this is how he imagines me. So basically, Clementine California is a unisex scent, and it's just fresh. Like, that is it. It's fresh. The way it's described is a refreshing citrus cologne melding the fruity perfume of clementine from Italy, juniper berries from Turkey, and vetiver from Haiti. The fresh scent opens with bright clementine perfume oil mellowed by juniper berries and a vetiver base note, creating a fresh citrus perfume. And it's the kind of perfume that you put on and you really can't tell what you're smelling, which is like my favorite kind of thing. You can't put your finger on what it is. It just smells so fresh and so crisp. You can't really smell the clementine, although if you think about it, you can. But now that I think about it, the juniper berries kind of add that punchiness and that crispness. And to be honest, I actually don't really know what vetiver smells like, but it just all is a really well-balanced unisex scent. I don't like to buy full-size perfumes, so I love that they have a travel size option for $30. Definitely gonna pick that one up. That's for sure like a year-round favorite because it's so fresh. You can definitely wear it year-round, no matter what the season is. I just think it's like a perfect daytime scent, a perfect like non-offensive fragrance for everyone. That brand is very affordable. It's definitely like an office appropriate scent as well. I just think it's a killer fragrance and it definitely made me want to check out more from their brand. That's it. That's everything on my wish list. What did you think about it? Like I said in the beginning of the video, I am definitely not going to spend all of that money. I am definitely not going to buy all of those things. So stay tuned for a video once the Sephora sale happens so you can see where I prioritize spending. A lot of times I end up prioritizing it on new products I haven't tried, and I'll save the backups like the travel size hair products and things like that for another time when I actually need it. But right now, that's just everything that's on my wish list and what I really want if I didn't have to pay any money. Again, I have to look back at my finances and figure out what my budget is for that month, and then I'll be able to determine what I'm going to buy. So stay tuned for that. Let me know what's on your Sephora wish list, and let me know if you've tried any of the products in mine and what you think of them. I'm very curious. I hope you like this video. If you're a YouTuber, I challenge you to do this as a tag because I freaking love watching these videos. So yeah, if you made it this far, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.